Evan saw it, his hair turned white. He was 9. He never spoke again. You might think it's just another urban legend. One of those weird tales passed around in middle school, whispered at sleepovers, laughed about in daylight. But this one? It made the news. Police reports, psychiatric files. It really happened. And I was there. Not when Evan saw it. That was years ago. But when it came for me. I'm telling you this while I still can, while my voice still works. We used to dare each other to go out there. The old tracks, we called them. Rusty rails running through the woods, abandoned ever since the mill closed. Kids would throw rocks, tell ghost stories, pretend they saw things they didn't. But after Evan, things changed. He came home barefoot, covered in dirt, his eyes wide and unblinking. He couldn't say what happened. His parents thought someone had heard him. The police launched a search. But there was nothing, no sign of trauma, just white hair and silence. Doctors called it shock, a rare stress disorder. But even at 12, we knew better. He'd seen something that didn't want to be remembered. At first, we made fun of him. Kids are cruel like that. Then we got scared. Nobody went near the tracks after that, except me. It was years later, just before my senior year. I told myself I needed closure, maybe even answers. But the truth? I was just curious. And that's what it feeds on. Curiosity. I went at night, took a flashlight, a camera, and a flask of cheap bourbon I stole from my dad. The air turned cold fast, and the deeper I went, the quieter everything got. At exactly 12.6 kilometers, I checked. The flashlight flickered. And then, everything stopped. No wind, no bugs, no sound. Even my breathing felt distant, like I wasn't really there anymore. That's when I saw the clearing. I thought maybe I'd find a shack, a wild animal. Maybe nothing at all. But what I found was wrong. It was tall, too tall. Its limbs hung like broken tree branches, bending the wrong way. No eyes, no mouth. Just a surface, skin-like. But too smooth, too stretched, like something pretending to be human but failing the details. It didn't walk. It glided, as if the ground made way for it. Its presence was enormous. It was barely contained inside its shape. And then it turned. Not its head, its whole body, folding around itself like a shadow slipping into a mirror. I don't remember running. I remember the feeling of cold air in my throat. I remember the silence following me all the way home. I woke up the next morning with mud under my fingernails and blood dried in my ears. But I could still speak. I could still pretend it didn't happen. That's the difference. Evan looked too closely. He saw its core. Me. I looked just enough for it to see me, but not destroy me. Not all at once. It took its time with me. At first, I thought I was okay. Then the shadows in my house started stretching wrong. I'd catch my reflection not quite moving right. At night, I'd hear whispers in the walls, not words, but feelings. Hunger, cold, regret. Last week, Evan started drawing. He hadn't touched a pencil in 10 years. Now he won't stop. Hundreds of pages, circles, faces without mouths, eyes drawn upside down. And in the middle of one page, written in shaky block letters, "It doesn't take you, it keeps you, piece by piece." That was when I knew. What I saw wasn't just a creature, it was a process, a machine in a sense, taking parts of you, slowly. Your voice, your hair, your memories. It lets you walk away so you'll bring it others. Spread it. Fear is a contagion, and it's feeding. I'm writing this because I can feel it now, at the base of my neck, like something pulsing. Last night, I saw it at the end of my hallway. Not fully, just the outline. It didn't move. It just stood there, watching. This morning, I couldn't remember my mother's face. An hour ago, my hair started turning white. Just now, when I tried to speak, nothing came out. So I'm writing, while I still can. And if you're reading this, don't follow the tracks, because the moment you wonder what it is, it already knows your name. If this story unsettled you, leave a like and let the shadows know. Subscribe for more tales you shouldn't hear after dark. And if you've seen something you can't explain, tell us in the comments. We're always listening.